Anybody can look at you. It's quite rare to find someone who sees the same world you see. For my vocal dynamics presentation, I'm going to be reading the last chapter of my favorite novel called Fault in Our Stars by John Green. John Green is an American author, a podcaster, and a YouTube content creator. He has written over numerous novels, and I have read 5 or 6 of them. So that's why I decided to read one of my favorite novels of him, Fault in Our Stars. At the time I first realized I might be fictional, my weekdays were spent at a publicly funded institution on the north side of Indianapolis called White River High School, where I was required to eat lunch at a particular time, between 12:37 p.m. and 1:14 p.m. by forces so much larger than myself that I couldn't even begin to identify them. If those forces had given me a different lunch period, or if the table mates who helped me author my fate had chosen a different topic of conversation that September day, I would have met a different end, or at least a different middle. But I was not beginning to learn that your life is a story told about you, not one that you tell. Of course, you pretend to be the author. You have to. You think, I now choose to go to lunch, when the monotone beep rings from the high at 12:37, but really the bell decides. You think you're the painter, but you're the canvas. Hundreds of voices were shouting over one another in the cafeteria, so that the conversation became mere sound. The rushing of the river over rocks, and I sat beneath fluorescent cylinders spewing aggressively artificial light. I thought about how we all believed ourselves to be the hero of some personal epic, when in fact, we were basically identical organisms colonizing a vast windowless room that smelled of Lysol and lard. I was eating a peanut butter and honey sandwich and drinking a Dr. Pepper. To be honest, I find the whole process of emancipating plants and animals and then shoving them down my esophagus kind of disgusting. So I was trying not to think about the fact that I was eating, which is a form of thinking about it. Across the table from me, Michelle Turner was scribbling in a yellow paperback notebook. Our lunch table was a long-running table play like Broadway. The cast changed over the years, but the roles never did. Michelle was the artsy one. He was talking with Daisy Ramirez, who played the role of the best and most fearless friend since elementary school. But I couldn't follow their conversation over the noise of all the others. What was my part in this play? The sidekick? I was Daisy's friend, or Miss Holmes' daughter. I was somebody's something.